get to the closing laps of the Chevy Rock and Roll 400 at Richmond. 21 cars on the lead lap, 57 laps to go. Ryan Newman's the leader behind those front few that are spread out a little bit. We got guys knocking each other around all over the place.
Well, remember what I said earlier, the longer it goes, the shorter the tempers are.
Yes.
And now we're at that point of the race where every position means something, and these guys are going to be leaning on each other a little bit more than they would the first part of the race.
Well, look at the brake brothers on the 48 and 18. They're using those brakes all they can right now, trying to get every spot they can.
That's factor 13th place. Bobby Labonte trying to get it from Jimmy Johnson. Johnson and Johnny Benson just bounced off each other about 6 times in 5 laps. Benson finally held off a Johnson charge for that spot. And now Rusty Wallace and Bobby Labonte have gotten through the 48 car. Leader, 12 car, Ryan Newman. Matty?
Whether or not Newman has enough fuel to go to the finish has been a concern. Matt Borland with that caution. Are you good enough to go, or is it still very close?
We're still a little bit short right now, but there'll probably be another caution or two. So hopefully we'll be able to make it from here. We'll have to see.
They've never won here, although they finished second twice. He'd love to pick up his first Richmond victory, guys.
Ryan Newman leading 1 lap early, and then a bunch now here late.
I talked to the crew last week in Darlington on this 12 car, and they reminded me they'd won 6 Bud Poles this year, and they wanted 6 victories to match that. They felt like that victories are more important than poles. They only have 5 victories, 6 poles. Hopefully tonight can match them up.
Ryan Newman took the lead at lap 279 and has not been headed since. See a little smoke from Tony Stewart's car. And also Jamie McMurray's car being watched by NASCAR's race control and their observers around the track. How about this guy? I mean, what a shame it is for the season they've had that Ryan Newman had all the problems he had back in the spring. That string of races back in April and May that took him out of contention for the Winston Cup title.
But he has been phenomenal since about the 1st of June.
I got 50 laps to go. Going to get our last green flag commercial break out of the way now and see what happens as this thing winds down toward the checkered flag.